Hello, I am Andreas from the asset Ojya Leaderboard for Stencyl and also for Unity the last 3 months. I would like for the Stencyl users to just make a simple demonstration of how to create your own path with our leaderboard. As you may know, you can change the graphics very easily because in the extras folder there are all the assets, so as soon as you change an image here, the game will design the new image. But many of you probably thought, how can I make the two paths on the leaderboard? As you saw on the leaderboard with all the levels, there is a path that the Ojya Leaderboard game designs all the Facebook users on the line of the path. This happens for the levels. As you saw, I just made for the test 61 levels, and each level, near each level, you can see 1, 2, or 3 Facebook users. And on the other screen, designing only one level, individual level, there is another path that Ojya Leaderboard will distribute the Facebook users from the highest score to the lower, following this path. So one will say, how can I put all these coordinates inside? First of all, these coordinates are in lists. One list with the X path and the other list with the Y path, Y path. So it is really simple. I was using Illustrator, which is a really good trick to design your assets, the path, and then import automatically, let's say almost automatically, the coordinates inside Ojya Leaderboard. So let me demonstrate you. As you can see here, X path list 8 is for the leaderboard. As you can see here, I have the 61 levels because it starts from 0, and those are the X coordinates. It starts from the left of the screen, from the right of the screen, from the highest, and goes to the lower coordinate. And here we have also the Y path, which is the other coordinates, the Y coordinates, and of course 0 and 60. So we have the X, Y coordinate from, let's say, from the 61 level is the 0, coordinate 8022, X coordinate Y 682. This is for the 61 level. It goes, inverse. So how do I put my coordinates of my game there? So you can create whatever path you want. So let's go here at Illustrator. As you can see here, we have those paths. This is the single path coordinate, the single level path. And here we have all the leaderboard with all the levels. Okay, so first of all, let's create the levels here. As you can see, I just created before. If I deactivate all these graphic assets here, you can see that I just made just rectangles or actually round points. You can just click round points and follow this path here, as you can see. So just create a path, whatever path you want, and then this is only for the levels. You just put how many levels you want on the path just by creating a point, a round point with Illustrator. So I did it here, and I start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I just follow this path. Maybe it would be better like this, as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going till here. You have to do this path like this or whatever you want, but you cannot do back and then forward because the coordinates Stencyl will not understand. You just keep going straight up, down, a little bit here, as you can see, whatever you want. Okay. Take in mind this is at 8,000 pixels long. Instead, the single level is 4 pixels long. So, as soon as we did this, how can I see the coordinates of these points here? This is really a trick that few persons know. First of all, you deselect all the assets here. You don't have graphics, and you just select all the points by Command A. Select all the points here. And the trick is to go and window, select attributes. Now, on attributes, you have to select exactly how it is here. Rectangle, not polygon. Rectangle for the leaderboard levels, because you have rectangle points. And you have, sorry, I just deselected. Okay, and you have to provide an URL. Just whatever you want. You can write also only a name, Andy, let's say, or WW, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So, after doing this, you have selected all the points, starting from designing and also the points from the left to the right. You select all these points, and you go here to Save for Web. Now, we have here only the points. If you do preview, it opens Safari. You can see now at the bottom of the screen all the coordinates. Now, don't be confused. This is a square point, so it has the x, y, and the other diagonal point, the x, y here, so it creates, the rectangle. We only need the first part, or the second, it's the same, because the difference is less. So, we would like to take this one, and this one. Now it's really simple. How can we extract these points here? We select all this thing here. We do copy. And we go on a text edit. Just simple text edit. We do new document. And we just copy this here. Now, with simple find replace, we select this one. We do copy find, and we do replace here with none, of course. Replace all. Sorry. Okay. Let's do it one more time here, because I didn't do it right. We select this one, because it repeats also. And we do with none here, replace all. As you can see, replace this thing. The same thing goes here, copy, paste, nothing, here, replace all, and we created this thing. Now, instead of doing all this thing manually, we can save this, or actually, yes, it will ask, let's say, chords, save on the desktop. Now, we can open Excel and do import. Text, import. And we select the coordinates. Now, we say get data. Let's select only the coordinates here. We want, it starts from here. We do next. We want to separate not with tab but with comma, but we want also with this slash here, and it's done. We do next, finish. Start from the first. Okay, yes, I did something here. Let's put it here. Let's do import here. Let's do it again because I use the Excel this. Sorry, let's do it. Let's close and close this project. Close. Don't save. It's doing new workbook. It's the same. I did something before. It wasn't actually a workbook. So let's do import again. Text file, import, coordinates, get data. We start from here. Next, with comma, and with this slash here. Next, and finish. So as you see, it put all this is the x coordinate here and this the y. So now it is really simple. Let's create a 2, sits here. Let's take this one, copy all the x coordinates, and we put it here. And now let's take the y coordinates here, copy paste, and we put them here. So now if we try to save this sheet here, save as let's say x chords, we can save it as text, but I prefer the comma separated values, which is better. Actually, Stencyl can import this thing. We save it on the desktop, save active sheet, and this is done. So, and we do the same, of course, with the y coordinates. So we finished. After that, if we go on Stencyl here, let's create a list just for the testing. List x for test with the list. Okay. And we go here on this point, we import from the text file. It also understands the CSV Excel file. And we have the x chords here, the Excel file, x chords, CSV. If we do open, as you can see, it put the coordinates, our coordinates here. And as you can see, it would be exactly the same as the XPath list, because as you see, starts from 8022, list for test 8022, as you saw. The same thing we repeat for Y. Then the Ojya Leaderboard using path Facebook user and path Facebook user all designs, follow this coordinates and designs the levels. So you only have to put the number of the XY coordinates here. So this was for the leaderboard. Let's go back at Illustrator. So with all levels, we have to, as you saw, design squares here, or round points here, 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 here. 61, how many are the levels? But for the single level design of Ojya Leaderboard, what we can do? We go here, as you saw. Same thing, we design whatever asset we want, and we follow then the path. Actually, here we don't have to design squares. Here we design only the path. So, as you see, we can here exclude all the graphics, as you saw here. And let's select only, let's say, this path. Or maybe this. So, we select it, and we go, we don't have to make points, we just draw a path, and we go to Attributes. And as you can see here, I've just created before, I select this path, and now I choose not rectangle, as it was for the levels, but polygon. And I just write an URL here, you know, Andy whatever, www. And we do the same thing, the same trick. Save for web, preview, and if we go down, you can see all the coordinates here, coordinates, and we select them. Now, there is just only one trick. Those coordinates, because it has to close the polygon, are going from X, you know, up, you know, in higher, always higher, and you have to take until it drops down the X level. So it is 396, 4000, and as you see here, it drops down. The higher is 4, and then it drops down again. So we have only to select from this point and back, you know, because then it will be also the same coordinates, just to close the polygon. So we select from this point until the higher X, which is here, we do copy, and with the same thing, as you can see, as you saw before, we extract, let's delete it, we extract the coordinates here. Same thing as we did with the other. We select the space, we do copy the space, find, replace, we replace with return point, which is command return here, replace all. Sorry, it was, I think I have to do it like this, copy, and it is alt return, replace all, as you see, and then we go back on Excel and we import the X coordinates here and the Y coordinates here. So, as you saw, this was the trick point of designing whatever path you want with Ojya Leaderboard, and it is really simple, really simple. So you just design your assets, whatever you want, with Ojya Leaderboard. You make your own leaderboards, you can put your own assets here, make it modern, make it medieval, whatever you want, and just create. And you know, in 50, let's say 50 minutes, you just created all the coordinates automatically. Import them in Stencyl. Stencyl a path for leaderboards for all leaderboard levels is the XPath blist 8, and for the single level is the XPath LB list. It is written also here for single level and for leaderboard design. That's all. Thank you for watching this quick tutorial. I hope you like it, because it's really it is really simple use, and actually change the graphics on Ojya Leaderboard. Thanks again. A good developing with Stencyl.